how the steps are baking warm, a sudden contrast to the city storm. I watch you wash the fruit under the tap, erasing every single calendar gap. It's a specific texture in the breeze, the way the sunlight dances through the trees, a natural layout that doesn't try too hard inside this quiet, hidden backyard garden. The fabric rubs against my sun-warmed skin, a peaceful interval is setting in. No expectations written on the slate, just trust in the uncalculated state. Oh, we are living that tomato girl vibe today, throwing the polished metrics far away. A lifestyle painted in a crimson shade, the prettiest sanctuary that we ever made. Just casual glances and an organic flow, moving our heavy lives so nice and slow. You slice a fresh loaf on the counter space with not a trace of worry on your face. We don't care about the fast-paced town report when we are sovereign in this local court. The fabric rubs against my sun-warmed skin, a peaceful interval is setting in. No expectations written on the slate, just trust in the uncalculated state. Oh, we are living that tomato girl vibe today, throwing the polished metrics far away. A lifestyle painted in a crimson shade, the prettiest sanctuary that we ever made. Just casual glances and an organic flow, moving our heavy lives so nice and slow. If the digital world begins to call my name, I will refuse to play their corporate game. I'd rather look at how the juices spill upon the ceramic plate beside the sill. Oh, we are living that tomato girl vibe today, throwing the polished metrics far away. A lifestyle painted in a crimson shade, the prettiest sanctuary that we ever made. Just casual glances and an organic flow, moving our heavy lives so nice and slow. The evening air is turning cool and clear, but I am safe because your spirit's near. Another fragment of our lazy dream, as simple as the flow of a mountain stream. The morning heat is rising soft and slow, a basket filled with red that starts to glow. I button up my favorite linen sleeve, a vintage picture that I want to leave. The salt air blows across the tile floor, we left the keys beside the kitchen door. You're slicing olives under golden light, with fingers stained in summer shades so bright. No ringing phones to interrupt the day, the modern worries slowly fade away. A classic postcard scenery unfurls inside the universe of lazy girls. Oh, it's a tomato girl summer on the coast, the simple textures that I love the most. Pretending time has completely stood still, with sun-kissed skin upon the windowsill. Just a slow drift beneath the open sky, watching the heavy clouds go rolling by. restores my soul. No polish filters or a calculated view, just raw canvas and a shade of ruby blue. No ringing phones to interrupt the day. The modern worries slowly fade away. A classic postcard scenery unfurls inside the universe of lazy girls. Oh, it's a tomato girl summer on the coast. The simple textures that I love the most. Pretending time has completely stood still, with sun-kissed skin upon the windowsill. Just a slow drift beneath the open sky, watching the heavy clouds go rolling by. What if the autumn arrives a bit too fast, and all these vibrant colors cannot last? I'll keep this linen fragrance in my drawer to remind me of the warmth along the shore. Oh, it's a tomato girl summer on the coast. The simple textures that I love the most. Pretending time has completely stood still, with sun-kissed skin upon the windowsill. Just a slow drift beneath the open sky, watching the heavy clouds go rolling by. The sun is dipping down below the sea, leaving a shadow on the olive tree. Crushing a leaf between my fingertips, with one last taste of summer on my lips.
Screen is glowing with a bluish light. Humid air is getting thick tonight. Notification bubbles popping fast, wondering how long the mood will last. Swiping left and right to find a vibe, looking for a brand new secret tribe. Messages are loading on the feed, wondering if this is what I need. Pixels dancing on the glassy pane, trying to forget the summer rain. Status update, waiting for a click. Time is ticking very fast and quick. Wi-Fi bars are fluctuating slow, nowhere else for us to really go. Battery is running down to 10. Do I have to type it out again? Digital whispers floating through the air, people pretending that they really care. Caught inside a web of high-tech dreams, nothing is as simple as it seems. We are living in a digital summer haze, lost inside a futuristic maze. Keep on scrolling till the sun comes up, pouring coffee in an empty cup. Virtual reality shining bright, we don't need to sleep at all tonight. Follow the signal to the hidden place, trying to find a temporary space. Disconnect the wire and set it free. This is not the way it's meant to be. No more algorithms in my head, I would rather stay in bed instead. Cloudy data floating in the sky, we don't even need to ask them why. Hold the connection till it slips away, we will find a better word to say. Digital whispers floating through the air, people pretending that they really care. Caught inside a web of high-tech dreams, nothing is as simple as it seems. We are living in a digital summer haze, lost inside a futuristic maze. Keep on scrolling till the sun comes up, pouring coffee in an empty cup. Virtual reality shining bright, we don't need to sleep at all tonight. Follow the signal to the hidden place, trying to find a temporary space. Silent servers humming through the floor, we don't look for answers anymore. Let the system buffer for a while, chasing after every synthetic smile. Glances shared across the empty chat, wondering what we are aiming at. Keep the screen illuminated bright through the heavy, suffocating night. face. Blue light fading as the morning breaks, thinking about the choices that it takes. Close the tab and let the silence stream, waking from a high definition dream.
Red bar flashing on the corner of the screen. Humid summer day that is completely obscene. Looking for a charger inside my canvas tote, wishing I could write a simple reassuring note. Screen brightness dropping to the absolute base, lost within a completely unfamiliar place. Maps are taking way too long to properly load, walking down a very long and melting tar road. Digital disconnection is approaching so fast, wondering how long this high anxiety will last. No more streaming music on my wireless buds, brain is filling up with some existential nuts. Power saving mode is turning everything dark, searching for a tiny little physical spark. Analog reaction starting to abruptly awake, thinking about the choices that I definitely make. Low battery summer is draining out my soul, losing every single ounce of my tech control. Fading signals floating in the heavy warm air, people rushing past without a look or a care. Running on a low battery summer tonight, we will make it through without a digital light. No more notifications popping on the glass, let the quiet offline moments beautifully pass. Look around the city with your own naked eyes, underneath the smoky orange twilight skies. Find a deeper rhythm that is steady and so true. Everything is shifting to a completely different view. Black screen reflecting my own curious face, slowing down my frantic and competitive pace. No more counting likes or checking the views, tuning out the heavy and depressing world news. Listen to the wind rustling through the brick walls, answering to nature's very primitive calls. Hold the silence tight and never let it slip away. We will find a better and an organic way to stay. Low battery summer is draining out my soul, losing every single ounce of my tech control. Fading signals floating in the heavy warm air, people rushing past without a look or a care. Running on a low battery summer tonight, we will make it through without a digital light. No more notifications popping on the glass, let the quiet offline moments beautifully pass. Look around the city with your own naked eyes, underneath the smoky orange twilight skies. Find a deeper rhythm that is steady and so true. Everything is shifting to a completely different view. Offline frequencies are opening my tired mind, leaving all the digital and heavy tech behind. No more algorithms holding down my focus deep, waking up safely from a highly technical sleep. Let the battery drop down to the absolute zero clear, vanishing the ghost of every single hidden inner fear. Hold the dark device steady in your relaxed palm, stepping into a very deep and organic calm. Running on a low battery summer tonight, we will make it through without a digital light. No more notifications popping on the glass, let the quiet offline moments beautifully pass. Look around the city with your own naked eyes, underneath the smoky orange twilight skies. Find a deeper rhythm that is steady and so true. Everything is shifting to a completely different view. Phone is completely dead as the night turns cold. Stories of the old days are beginning to unfold. Walking under streetlights with a lighter inner mind, leaving all the digital and heavy tech behind.
Slamming doors upon the yellow line, hoping that I make it just in time. Metallic screeches echoing so loud, squeezing through the heavy busy crowd. Handrails cold beneath my tired grip, hoping that my footing doesn't slip. Windows reflecting faces in a row, nobody knows where they wanna go. Next stop flashing on the digital sign, walking on a very narrow line. Headphones blasting lo-fi beats so sweet, trying to forget my aching feet. Rushing up the crowded gray stairs, leaving behind all our daily cares. Turnstile clicking as I swipe my card. Living in the city can be hard. Riding waves beneath the city floor, waiting for the opening of the door. Air conditioning is blowing chilling air, people staring with an empty stare. We are surfing through the underground tonight. Everything is gonna be alright. Move along the steel and heavy track. There is no way of turning back. Signals crossing in the dark, tunnels deep, promises that we intend to keep. Let the friction guide us to the end. You can always find a faithful friend. Slowing down as we approach the final stop. We have made it safely to the top. No more crowding in the narrow space. Time to find a brand new shiny face. Platform waiting with an open breeze, putting all my heavy doubts at ease. Step outside into the humid night. Everything is looking perfectly right. Riding waves beneath the city floor, waiting for the opening of the door. Air conditioning is blowing chilling air, people staring with an empty stare. We are surfing through the underground tonight. Everything is gonna be alright. Move along the steel and heavy track. There is no way of turning back. Signals crossing in the dark, tunnels deep, promises that we intend to keep. Let the friction guide us to the end. You can always find a faithful friend. Underneath the heavy dynamic grid, hiding all the secrets that we hid. Fluorescent lights are flickering above, looking for a tiny shred of love. Follow the tracks into the concrete deep, waking up from a mechanical sleep. Hold the handrail steady through the turn, watch the neon signals start to burn. We are surfing through the underground tonight. Everything is gonna be alright. Move along the steel and heavy track. There is no way of turning back. Signals crossing in the dark, tunnels deep, promises that we intend to keep. Let the friction guide us to the end. You can always find a faithful friend. Walking out into the open square, summer breeze is floating through the air. Subway rumbling deep beneath my feet, heading down the lively crowded street. Aesthetic labeled on it, organic bottle green. Prettiest display that you have ever seen. Synthetic plants are lining up the wall, waiting for the autumn leaves to fall. Price tags hiding under Diz, I'm minimalist cheek, looking for a treasure that is quite unique. Fluorescent lights are shining overhead, thinking about the things you never said. Plastic packaging is looking so clean, living out a temporary commercial dream. Cashier smiling as they take my card, trying not to let down my guarded guard. Shopping bags are heavy in my hand, walking through a highly curated land. Window shop until my eyes get sore, always wanting just a little more. Consumer culture holding on my hand, walking through a fancy plastic land. Bright displays are calling out my name. Everything is just a clever game. Welcome to the plastic paradise. Today we will throw our inner doubts away. Spend a little money, feel a little good, living like we always knew we should. Shiny peppers glowing in the dark, leaving behind a temporary spark. Take it home and put it on the shelf, faking a completely brand new self. Unpacking the boxes when I get back home, sitting in my room completely all alone. Was it worth the money that I spent tonight? Everything is looking temporary bright, just a little dopamine to clear my mind, leaving all the heavy boring stuff behind. Plastic dreams will fade into the gray, ready for another commercial day. Consumer culture holding on my hand, walking through a fancy plastic land. Bright displays are calling out my name. Everything is just a clever game. Welcome faking a completely brand new self. Barcodes flashing on the polished screen, smoothest transaction that has ever been. Mirrors reflecting an artificial sky. We don't even need to ask them why. Wrap it up in layers of transparent sheets, walking down the competitive corporate streets. Hold the package steady in your grip, hoping that your identity doesn't slip. Welcome to the plastic paradise. Today we will throw our inner doubts away. Spend a little money, feel a little good, living like we always knew we should. Shiny wrappers glowing in the dark, leaving behind a temporary spark. Take it home and put it on the shelf, faking a completely brand new self. Receipts are piling on the wooden desk, living out a lifestyle so picturesque. Turn the light off, let the fantasy fade, paying for the choices that we made.
Late night scrolling screen, frozen fan turns round and round. Ice cubes melting in my cup, another day just drifts away. Aircon 안 켜면 죽음뿐인 방구석. Midnight breeze through the window pane, city lights reflecting on the rain. Counting hours till the morning light, everything feels a bit too tight. 내일 출근인데 나 지금 뭐 하냐. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, wishing for a tiny little spark. Tossed and turned 100 times before, leaving all my worries on the floor. Shadows dancing softly on the wall, waiting for a sudden unexpected call. Quiet rhythms humming in my ear, vanishing the ghost of every single fear. 카톡 일십하기도 지치는 밤. Heartbeat skipping to the baseline slow, nowhere else I really want to go. Tracing shadows in this empty space, trying to find my own familiar place. Play race to my 무한재 생존. Summer nights are getting longer now, we will make it through somehow. Catch the wind before it fades away, we don't care about what they say. Neon signs shining bright and blue, everything reminds me of you. Let the music take us to the top, this vibration never gonna stop. 이 더위도 청춘이면 청춘이겠지. Walking down the street at 3 a.m., thinking about the things I said to them. Headphones on the block, the heavy noise, looking for a simple, steady choice. Footsteps echoing along the pavement gray, wish that I could find the words to say. Digital clock is ticking on the screen, prettiest sight that I've ever seen. 인스타 부계정에 나 올릴 감성, chasing dreams inside a concrete maze. Lost within a humid summer haze, whispers floating through the chilly air. Finding comfort in the way you stare. 폰 배터리랑 같이 기빨리는 중. Some nights are getting longer now, we will make it through somehow. Catch the wind before it fades away, we don't care about what they say. Neon sun shining bright and blue, everything reminds me of you. Let the music take us to the top, this vibration never gonna stop. 낭만한 숲은 넣은 도시의 새벽. Close your eyes and let the feeling grow. Stream of consciousness begins to flow. No more answers that we need to find. Leave the messy, heavy thoughts behind. Floating underneath the midnight sun, our story has only just begun. Hold on tight and never let it slide. We have nothing left that we should hide. 알람 다 끄고 도망치고 싶다. Summer nights are getting longer now, we will make it through somehow. Catch the wind before it fades away, we don't care about what they say. Neon sun shining bright and blue, everything reminds me of you. Let the music take us to the top, this vibration never gonna stop. 결국 또 뜨거운 여름 속이야. Fading signals in the morning glow, watch the traffic moving down below. Time is moving like a
or bleeding in a row. Emergency flashers blinking very slow. Hazard signals dancing on the street, melting away the heavy summer heat. Wiper blades are sweeping away the dust. In the steel machine we put our trust. Reflection glowing on the shiny hood. Wish that I could tell you if I could. Radio is scratching with some static noise, looking for a simple steady choice. Navigation voices telling me to turn, watching all the neon signs just burn. Dashboard warning lights are turning amber red, thinking about the words you never said. Headlights piercing through the heavy smog, driving through a warm and humid fog. Send a signal out into the dark tonight, hoping everything will turn out perfectly right. Flickering indicators showing us the way. We don't need another word to say. Throwing up a shiny, brilliant signal flash, showing everybody that we really care. Light the sky up with the neon glow, moving to the rhythm very slow. Follow the flash into the deepest night. Everything is looking incredibly bright. Hold the wheel and never let it slide. We have nothing left that we should hide. Engine purring like a heavy jungle cat. We don't need to wonder where we're at. Miles are passing as the clock strikes 4. Always wanting just a little more. Let the ignition spark a brand new flame. We are playing a completely different game, speeding up along the riverbank so free. This is where we really wanna be. Send a signal out into the dark tonight, hoping everything will turn out perfectly right. Flickering indicators showing us the way. We don't need another word to say. Throwing up a shiny, brilliant signal flare, showing everybody that we really care. Light the sky up with the neon glow, moving to the rhythm very slow. Follow the flash into the deepest night. Everything is looking incredibly bright. Hold the wheel and never let it slide. We have nothing left that we should hide. Friction growing on the asphalt track. There is absolutely no turning back. Flares are burning with an intense glare, cutting through the humid evening air. Let the sparks illuminate the frame. We are calling out a secret private name. Accelerate into the open space, trying to find our own familiar place. Throwing up a shiny, brilliant signal flare, showing everybody that we really care. Light the sky up with the neon glow, moving to the rhythm very slow. Follow the flash into the deepest night. Everything is looking incredibly bright. Hold the wheel and never let it slide. We have nothing left that we should hide. Fading flares are dropping in the quiet river deep. Time for all the tired dreamers to finally sleep. Kill the engine, let the silence take control, resting the fractions of my weary soul. White sheets on the road, hot sun, pure hope. Wind blows very slow, linen starts to glow. Lavender scent in the air, no shoes, I don't care. Quiet sky up above, shaded room that I love. No clocks on the wall, no urgent phone call. Metropolitan noise fades away, we just choose to stay. Oh, sun-drenched linen feels so dry underneath the local summer sky, pretending the city is gone, with light on the lawn. Just a slow, natural drift. Our heavy lives lift. In that round shirt on your chest, this is the best rest. Wrinkles show where we lay all through the long way. On the wall, no urgent phone call. Metropolitan noise fades away, we just choose to stay. Oh, sun-drenched linen feels so dry underneath the local summer sky, pretending the city is gone, with light on the lawn. Just a slow natural drift. Our heavy lives lift. Let the ice cubes melt. True peace we just felt. The network is dead. Calm thoughts in my head. Oh, sun-drenched linen feels so dry underneath the local summer sky. Pretending the city is gone, with light on the lawn. Just a slow, natural drift. Our heavy lives live. Golden rays turn to red. Shadows fall on the bed. Fold the cloth in the chill. Everything is fully still.
Heat waves shimmering along the concrete blocks, ticking of the giant public station clocks. Pedestrians are melting in the midday sun. Humid summer season has officially begun. Shade is hiding under thin boutique store eaves, craving for the rustle of some forest leaves. Sunglasses reflecting all the blinding white glare. People rushing past without a single look or care. Mirage is dancing on the black tar road ahead, thinking about the comfortable lines that you set. Linen shirts are damp beneath the heavy sticky air, finding zero comfort in this blazing sunny square. Ice cream melting down a sticky wooden stick. Need to find a shelter very sharp and fast and quick. Automatic doors are opening with arctic freezing air, dropping down into a plush department store chair. Walking through an asphalt desert all alone today, wishing for a sudden winter storm to clear the way. Thirst is growing sharper with every single stride. Nowhere from this solar laser beam left to hide. Lost inside an asphalt mirage so bright, blinding my eyes with a heavy summer light. Chasing after illusions that will quickly disappear, vanishing the coldness of every single inner fear. Fountain spray scattered by the passing warm wind, thinking about the rules that we have accidentally sinned. Keep on moving forward through the heavy blinding dust. In our own survival instincts we will put our trust. Let the asphalt bake under the midday crown, burning up the edges of this busy crowded town. No more winter memories to keep us cool inside. We must surf the heat wave with a sense of inner pride. Water bottles empty sitting in the canvas bag. Energy is starting to dramatically droop and sag. Hold the line until the evening shadows start to grow. Then the cooler rhythms of the city will begin to flow. Walking through an asphalt desert all alone today, wishing for a sudden winter storm to clear the way. Thirst is growing sharper with every single stride. Nowhere from this solar laser beam left to hide. Lost inside an asphalt mirage so bright, blinding my eyes with a heavy summer light. Chasing after illusions that will quickly disappear, vanishing the coldness of every single inner fear. Fountain spray scattered by the passing warm wind, thinking about the rules that we have accidentally sinned. Keep on moving forward through the heavy blinding dust. In our own survival instincts we will put our trust. Shimmering outlines dancing on the horizon edge, standing on a very narrow metropolitan ledge. No more cold breezes to alleviate the stress, living out a life of highly structured success. Let the temperature rise to the extreme absolute peak, looking for an oasis that is highly unique. Hold your ground steady through the blinding white flash, before all our dreams turn into piles of ash. Lost inside an asphalt mirage so bright, blinding my eyes with a heavy summer light. Chasing after illusions that will quickly disappear, vanishing the coldness of every single inner fear. Fountain spray is scattered by the passing warm wind, thinking about the rules that we have accidentally sinned. Keep on moving forward through the heavy blinding dust. In our own survival instincts we will put our trust. Sun is setting slowly behind the western tower high, painting orange streaks across the dusty twilight sky. Asphalt is radiating warmth into the coming night. Everything is shifting to a softer, cooler light.
Sorijam dripping on the wood. Wish that I could tell you if I could. Crushed ice rattling in a plastic cup. Time to wake my sleepy senses up. Caffeine rushing down into my veins, washing out the lingering office pains. Barista is humming with the grind, leaving all the heavy thoughts behind. Stirring up the dark and bitter brew, everything feels slightly clean and new. Laptop open to an empty page, feeling like a tiger in a cage. Ice cubes clinking like a crystal bell, stories that I never wanna tell. Menu boards are shining neon white, everything is looking sharp and bright. Sipping slowly through a paper straw, watching all the patterns that I draw. Quite static, buzzing in my ear, vanishing the ghost of every fear. Give me that cold and bitter summer taste, not a single drop to go to waste. Keep me running through the heavy day, we will find a better way to stay. Glasses freezing in my sweaty hand, walking through a dry and lonely land. Let the liquid magic take control, healing the cracks inside my soul. Melting ice is diluting the flavor now. We will finish up this task somehow. No more breaks until the job is done, underneath the blazing summer sun. Bitter notes are lingering so long, like the chorus of a broken song. Hold the cup and take another draw, this is the finest thing I ever saw. Sipping slowly through a paper straw, watching all the patterns that I draw. Quite static, buzzing in my ear, vanishing the ghost of every fear. Give me that cold and bitter summer taste, not a single drop to go to waste. Keep me running through the heavy day, we will find a better way to stay. Glasses freezing in my sweaty hand, walking through a dry and lonely land. Let the liquid magic take control, healing the cracks inside my soul. Underneath the dim commercial light, trying to distinguish wrong from right. No more heavy shadows on my face, moving at a very steady pace. Pour the espresso over frozen blocks, ticking of the giant public clocks. Keep the caffeine flowing in the stream, living out a temporary dream. Give me that cold and bitter summer taste, not a single drop to go to waste. Keep me running through the heavy day, we will find a better way to stay. Glasses freezing in my sweaty hand, walking through a dry and lonely land. Let the liquid magic take control, healing the cracks inside my soul. Empty cup is sitting on the tray, afternoon is slipping fast away. Pack a bag and head out to the street, moving to the rhythm of my feet. Stretching out upon a cold metal chair, warm night breeze is running through my hair. City panorama spreading out so wide, nowhere left for us to run and hide. Ice cubes rattling in a tall highball glass, waiting for the heavy humid cloud to pass. Acoustic guitar playing softly in the background, finest hidden sanctuary that I've found. Laughter floating up from the crowded street below, time is moving beautifully and slow. Cigarette smoke curling up into the sky, we don't even need to ask them why. Wind chimes tinkling in the gentle summer gust, in this fleeting moment we can put our trust. Canvas sneakers resting on the wooden deck, no more more checking boxes on a checklist. Check escaping from the concrete jungle for a while, looking at your sudden unexpected smile. High above the worries of the heavy day, let the tension softly melt away. Meet me on the rooftop under open stars, far away from all the rushing noisy cars. Touch the sky before it turns to deep black. There is no way of turning our steps back. Neon letters shining on the edge so bright. We are owning this Pacific summer night. Take a breath and feel the gravity decrease, putting all our heavy doubts at total ease. Midnight whispers chilling in the open space, trying to memorize the details of your face. No more pressure telling us to act so smart. We can just release the heavy burden heart. Float above the grid of every single street, listen to the steady electronic beat. Hold the hand that makes you feel so safe and sound. This is the greatest paradise we've ever found. Sailing from the concrete jungle for a while, looking at your sudden unexpected smile. High above the worries of the heavy day, let the tension softly melt away. Meet me on the rooftop under open stars, far away from all the rushing noisy cars. Touch the sky before it turns to deep black. There is no way of turning our steps back. Neon letters shining on the edge so bright. We are owning this Pacific summer night. Take a breath and feel the gravity decrease, putting all our heavy doubts at total ease. Horizons blending with the dark blue shade, before this beautiful dynamic view can fade. No more structures holding back our frame. We are playing such a liberated romantic game. Let the ambient music carry us too high, floating right beneath the metropolitan sky. Hold the glass steady in your gentle grip, hoping that this magical feeling doesn't slip. Meet me on the rooftop under open stars, far away from all the rushing noisy cars. Touch the sky before it turns to deep black. There is no way of turning our steps back. Neon letters shining on the edge so bright. We are owning this Pacific summer night. Take a breath and feel the gravity decrease, putting all our heavy doubts at total ease. Closing up the umbrella as the temperature drops low. Watch the last few patrons packing up to go down the spiral staircase back into the real scene. Prettiest escape that there has ever been.
The radio's playing something old, a lazy afternoon of green and gold. We gather by the dusty wooden gate, completely letting go of every day. We wear our headscarves tight beneath the chin. This is the place where honest days begin, exchanging stories from a notebook page, far from the pressures of our modern age. The scent of basil lingers in the air. We sit barefoot without a single care. The brick wall holds the remaining heat, while cooling down our tired, heavy feet. Welcome to the Tomato Girl Club tonight, where everything is beautiful and light. No need to rush or follow any trend, just sharing secrets with a local friend. A quiet haven where the spirit breathes, under the shadow of the velvet leaves. We don't need fancy bars or corporate suit lines, when we can drink among the tangled vines. The pottery is cracked around the rim, but our ceramic cups are filled to the brim. The scent of basil lingers in the air. We sit barefoot without a single care. The brick wall holds the remaining heat, while cooling down our tired, heavy feet. Welcome to the Tomato Girl Club tonight, where everything is beautiful and light. No need to rush or follow any trend, just sharing secrets with a local friend. The quiet haven where the spirit breathes, under the shadow of the velvet leaves. Let the emails accumulate unseen. We are fully content inside the screen, a domestic paradise of red and white that protects our sanity throughout the night. Welcome to the Tomato Girl Club tonight, where everything is beautiful and light. No need to rush or follow any trend, just sharing secrets with a local friend. A quiet haven where the spirit breathes, under the shadow of the velvet leaves. The lantern flickers on the iron stand as twilight settles down across the land, just keeping this authentic mood alive, where our unhurried separate worlds survive.
Fluorescent tubes are buzzing in the ceiling high, staring out the window at a dark polluted sky. Office chair is squeaking as I lean way back, losing all the energy that I desperately lack. Keyboard clicking like a sharp machine gun fire, fighting with the deadline and the deep desire. Excel sheets are blurry on the retina screen, most exhausting summer that I've ever seen. Cold coffee sitting in a paper cup so white, I've been staring at this document all night. Slack notifications popping with an urgent chime, losing track of reality and passing time. Cleaning up the messy desk at 2:30. Nothing left for me to safely say or do. Bad swipe clicking as I exit through the door, wondering what I am doing all this labor for. Overtime blue is wrapping around my weary mind, leaving all the fun and social life far behind. Working for a future that is hard to clearly see, wondering if this is who I really wanna be. Drowning in the overtime blue tonight, hoping that the final deliverable is right. Click the save button before the system crashes down. Lonely is professional inside this busy town. Corporate ladders leading to an empty quiet space, trying to maintain a very calm and collected face. Let the air conditioner freeze my heavy sweat. Choices that I made, but I am trying to not regret. Silence echoing along the empty hallway floor, walking past the boss's tightly locked office door. No more emails waiting for a quick reply, just a heavy, exhausted corporate sigh. Step into the elevator, dropping down so fast, hoping that this crazy busy season will pass at last. Out into the humid and suffocating night air, moving my heavy legs without an ounce of care. Overtime blue is wrapping around my weary mind, leaving all the fun and social life far behind. Working for a future that is hard to clearly see, wondering if this is who I really wanna be. Drowning in the overtime blue tonight, hoping that the final deliverable is right. Click the save button before the system crashes down. Only is professional inside this busy town. Corporate ladders leading to an empty quiet space, trying to maintain a very calm and collected face. Let the air conditioner freeze my heavy sweat. Choices that I made, but I am trying to not regret. Data bytes loading on the server, drive deep, counting all the promises that I have to keep. Fluorescent haze is blinding my eyes, so sore. Always wanting to walk right out the exit door. Hold the briefcase steady in your tired hand, walking through a dry and highly competitive land. Let the system restart for a brand new day. We are finding a better electronic way. Drowning in the overtime loop tonight, hoping that the final deliverable is right. Click the save button before the system crashes down. Only is professional inside this busy town. Corporate ladders leading to an empty quiet space, trying to maintain a very calm and collected face. Let the air conditioner freeze my heavy sweat. Choices that I made, but I am trying to not regret. Taxis passing by without a single open light, heading home completely alone into the fading night. Tomorrow is another day to hustle and to grind, leaving all the blue and heavy thoughts behind.
Fluorescent tubes are bleeding through the foggy glass, watching all the delivery scooters quickly pass, sitting on a plastic stool outside the door, wondering if my 20s are meant for something more. Spicy round steam is rising to my tired face. Finest budget dinner in this busy concrete place. Receipts are piling up inside my denim bag. My physical battery's starting to severely sag. Cell phone screen is blinking with a brand new text. Nobody can predict what's gonna happen next. Munching on some chips beneath the neon white glow. Time is moving beautifully and exceptionally slow. Moths are dancing around the glowing neon sign, walking on a very casual and blurry line. Headphones hanging loose around my sweaty neck. No more checking boxes on a corporate check. Convenience store lights are guiding me tonight, hoping everything will turn out perfectly right. A simple cheap escape from the reality so cold. Stories that have never been aggressively retold. Shining on the convenience store lights so bright, we don't need a fancy club or pub tonight. Pouring out our troubles in a paper cup so neat. Listening to the rhythm of the quiet midnight street. Ice cups clinking with the very familiar sound. Finest peace of mind that we have ever found. Let the carbonation wash away the daily stress. We don't need to look like a picturesque success. Street cleaners passing with a heavy pastoral sound. No more lost ambitions waiting to be found. Throw the empty cans into the recycling bin. A brand new chapter is about to finally begin. Wiping off the table with the crumpled napkin white, saying goodbye to this temporary night. Feel the morning air chilling down my bare knees, putting all my heavy future anxieties at ease. Convenience store lights are guiding me tonight, hoping everything will turn out perfectly right. A simple cheap escape from the reality so cold. Stories that have never been aggressively retold. Shining on the convenience store lights so bright, we don't need a fancy club or pub tonight. Pouring out our troubles in a paper cup so neat. Listening to the rhythm of the quiet midnight street. Ice cups clinking with a very familiar sound. Finest peace of mind that we have ever found. Let the carbonation wash away the daily stress. We don't need to look like a picturesque success. Plastic wrappers glowing under commercial shades. Before this quiet late night moment completely fades. No more expectations on a professional career, leaving behind the ghost of every single heavy fear. Let the chilled beverages cool down a burning frame. We are calling out a very simple private name. Hold the paper cup steady in your gentle hand, sitting right outside this late night wonderland. Shining on the convenience store lights so bright, we don't need a fancy club or pub tonight. Pouring out our troubles in a paper cup so neat. look like a picturesque success. Automatic doors are sliding shut with a chime, heading back to my own room just in time. The eastern